You're ready to start talking about. Wait, what's your league called again? All stupid.
Called the KFFL League.
God, it's been that fucking long.
Kelly Football Fantasy League.
Kelly is.
Starting off week 3.
Week 3, starting off late. First time back, reading up the matchups, reading our best players, worst players, and the funniest takes this week in football.
The funniest takes? I didn't know.
There's a lot of funny shit going on. It's the weirdest year to start off, dude. First 3 weeks are weird this year.
Yep, starting off late, but we're starting off with a bang. So
let's talk about the matchups this week. We got the playmakers going up against big green meanies.
Yep, playmakers win 131.6 to 68.8, and yeah, just another notch for the returning champion playmakers. Let's go over the roster real quick.
I'm not saying that much. Check it out. It's weird. Big Green Meanies has all these great pieces that should have been going off this week, but we're not seeing that much action out. Deontay Johnson, Patrick Mahomes scraping by to 17 points. Chiefs defense.
Chiefs defense. His tight end. Like, yeah, he had a lot of letdowns this week.
Well, even then, so Julia Jones wasn't even playing this week, and he had him start on there. Maybe that might have been a mistake. I don't know personally, but he comes back this coming week.
Yeah, it had to have been a mistake. I didn't know he didn't even play, but he got 0 points, so should have been paying attention because my team came to play. First, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts tearing it up. Tua. He did all right. I mean, he got hurt. Did you see when Tua got hurt in the game?
Yeah, and they brought him back after one player, 2 plays?
Now they've got an investigation going on.
Oh, yeah, and NFL's mad about that. They think they're bringing him out too early. But check these out. All of y'all got great runners. Just don't happen to be the ones that are on the board playing right now. Mm-hmm. Jones had a rough game. Cutton had a rough game. In that game, it was more of the Nick Chubb show. Mm-hmm. Eckler's not running that well, but check out y'all's benches.
Yeah.
Got Elliott actually performing, who should always be performing. Singletary, it's my backup runner. And then Keenan Allen's not even playing this week. He was out too, right? He comes back this coming week? Or he's starting practice this week?
There's a chance that he'll come back this week, but yeah, he was out.
Hey, well, there's a lot of runners.
Devontae Smith, for me, he stepped up real big for a wide receiver. And then, of course, Mark Andrews.
Man, he's a top 5 tight end. I saw him in the draft in top 25 in my league. Mm-hmm. Missed out. But guess what? You know what I got? George Kittle.
Oh, okay. Well, George Kittle hasn't been playing. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for that.
You see, on my bitch, I got George Kittle. I actually got both of them.
It's a smart thing to play the IL and save those players. You know, they might come back 4 or 5 weeks when the league starts. Hey, rotate those players in.
I mean, George Kittle did get in there, but this was technically like a comeback game.
It's not pushing your full limits the first game back. It's much easier to do that in like baseball or basketball. But in football, you're going to break your body the first day back.
Maybe Jimmy G can throw a proper pass and not get sacked or run out of bounds.
Or get a safety and an interception the same way, and they pick the safety.
Thank goodness, because that was a pick 6.
That was an awesome play. That was hilarious.
All right, let's go to the second matchup. The second matchup is Nothing is Sacred versus the Bounty Hunters.
Oh man, best quarterback out of this bunch is Kirk Cousins. What the?
Yeah, the quarterbacks in this matchup not so great. Kirk Cousins, Herbert, Stafford, Wentz.
Herbert's hurt. He's got 4. Not injuries. What's the word for?
He's got like broken rib cartilage or something.
Yeah, he's going through a lot right now.
Well, the fact that he's still playing is crazy. I mean, he threw the most yards out of all 4 of those quarterbacks.
That's crazy. That's crazy for him to do. Runners look good on Nothing Sacred side. Derrick Henry being Derrick Henry. Najee Harris, he has been doing a lot of work on that Pittsburgh team, and he did get hurt. What, 2 weeks ago against Cincinnati, he's still working off that pain?
Yeah, he did all right. 10 points is pretty decent. It's okay.
All right. It's good to have your second runner do that much. As long as you're averaging 20 to 30 between 2 runners, cool.
Yeah, so you got to have somebody carry the load.
James Conner, living in hell in Arizona. Montgomery, living in hell in Chicago.
I think Montgomery got hurt too in Chicago. Yeah, he got hurt that game. That's why he only got 11 yards.
Hey, let's check this out. Wide receivers have been fun this week. I mean, we got CeeDee Lamb, who was real fun in that Giants game on Monday with the one-hand catch.
Yeah, it kind of lucked out with that touchdown at the end there because, man, CeeDee Lamb had dropped a wide open pass earlier that game.
Made me money though. Well, you know, Stephon Diggs, rough week. That was a rough game, Miami. I'm very upset that they lost too.
The Bills do that sometimes. Remember last year they lost to the Jags like 9-3. Remember the other Josh Allen?
Yeah, oh yeah, Josh versus Josh. I forgot about that last year.
Yeah, so the Bills will do it. You know what I've noticed about the Bills? They kind of play up to their competition. And if their competition ain't that great, they ain't that great.
You know, it makes sense. And then when they have really good competition, it's one of the best games you've seen in a long time.
Right. Yep. So they need to get over that, but I'm sure they will.
But other receivers are looking great. AJ Brown is still home in Philadelphia with who's the quarterback over there?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. He getting an MVP chance while he's in Washington.
Yeah. Brown's doing his thing. Besides that, everybody else is just average scoring and stuff.
We're not missing too much on the bench either. You know, not too many big opportunities you could switch staff for, but you know, players have potential randomly to do a 20 points game.
Yep, still early in the season, and Sacred pulls out a win, 100.4 to 83.8. So let's go to the next matchup.
Hey, we're checking out a really set team on here. I was impressed with Fluffy Little Bunnies has on their roster. Stacked roster.
Yep, so it's Fluffy Little Bunnies versus Army. Fluffy wins 90.1 to 88.4. Pretty close game. Yep.
3 points. Steelers defense didn't do you any favors in that game. Yep. I'm upset about that for you.
Yeah, but his defense didn't do much too. Really, it was the quarterback play between Josh Allen and Goff that was enough for because when you start Joe Flacco,
well, it stinks because Joe Flacco has good games, but he's just not consistent anymore, man.
He's not consistent.
He's just older. He was the young guy freaking 15 years ago. Not old.
Yeah,
it's more weird that Geno Smith is out before him, but I guess all he needed to do was go somewhere new. Because wasn't Geno Smith in the Jets before that?
I'm sure everybody was on the Jets for that.
20 quarterback. Well, best Browns.
Yeah.
Jared Goff trying to make it happen over there in Detroit. Josh Allen, you know, our fantasy projected #1 last year.
Yep, and he's still doing it, and like he's still a top tier quarterback.
Was he projected #1 this year on y'all's draft?
Yeah, he was, and he was drafted #1 too.
God damn. Our draft, what was it? Jonathan Taylor #1?
Yeah, but remember we got 2 quarterback leagues. Quarterback's a little bit more valuable than a regular ass league.
I see you. Hey, it's a fun league.
Yep. And so let's look at the backs. Nick Chubb, that's what you're saying. It was a Nick Chubb show.
Oh man, Nick Chubb's such a great runner for freaking they're in Cleveland. I mean, having Kareem Hunt compliment him helps take off the pressure, but lets him be ready any moment to put in the touchdown.
Yep.
I think he's the finishing after that 1-2 punch.
Yep. Delvin Cook had a good one.
Travis Kelce looking decent. He's a really good tight end. I'll say
Travis Kelce did have a nasty drop though.
Oh, is that right? And then he like suplex last week.
Oh yeah, but that was last week.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah, so Travis Kelce, he's still hanging in there as a top tier tight end, but I don't know what's up with KC.
He's one of his only favorite targets for Kansas City. I mean, look, I love Juju Smith-Schuster, but he's not a WR1. That dude's a WR2. I mean, maybe he's gonna have more drop passes, but if anything, did you not on the sidelines? It showed Patrick Mahomes arguing with the offensive coordinator.
Oh, really?
They're going back and forth.
I didn't see that.
There's a lot of weird stories with offensive coordinators this year. I don't even like Matt Canada. Fuck that guy.
That's crazy.
For Pittsburgh.
Well, hopefully, shoot, KC might just explode for all we know.
Either have breakfast together or fire your offensive coordinator. One or the other.
Well, besides Kelce outscored all the wide receivers in this matchup. Only one that was even close was London, the rookie wide receiver out of Atlanta. Marcus Mariota is actually turned out to be a pretty decent quarterback.
Well, Atlanta, it's a newly built team. Everything's been stripped, so there's a lot of opportunity to know a new team. Yep. We don't got footage on this new freaking competition.
And then freaking London got that TD. So that's it. Army almost had him, but Army 0-3, Fluffy Little Bunnies 3-0.
Nothing missed on the bench.
No.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you don't know this Army, Mac Jones gonna be out for a few weeks. Figure something out for your backup quarterback.
Well, he didn't even start Mac Jones, but now he's got a problem because he got Joe Flacco.
Once he rotates that in there,
yeah,
nothing.
I'm sure he'll figure something out.
I hope so.
Let's go to the next matchup. We got Awesome Moose versus Mike's Mafia. Mafia wins 121.1 to 90.6.
Take your quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, runner and thrower.
Yep, Lamar Jackson. He had a nice run into, like he had to bust through a few tackles to get into that touchdown. He threw some crazy passes to Mark Andrews and his receivers. Like his receivers kind of bailed him out because they were making amazing catches.
He's such a good two-way quarterback. I hate people saying he's just a runner. When he can pass and he does it, he's able to perform and get you those 200 yards. He'll do the rest on his feet.
And that's all you need. I mean, when you got 5 total touchdowns, like who's gonna complain about that?
I mean, even if he had an interception, you still gonna have all these points. Even if he didn't have the interception, that would have been like maybe like another freaking 5 points on you.
Yep. It's not like James Winston. He'll throw a ton of yards.
Hell yeah, famous Jameis.
But he also he's going to throw those interceptions every game. Every game he's throwing some interceptions. He could have had a better game if he didn't throw those 2 interceptions.
Also, in all this, I wouldn't be mad about having Derek Carr. Even though he hasn't won a single game, he's putting up some fantasy points for you.
Yep, and he is hitting Devontae Adams, So even though
they closing it out.
Yeah, they're not winning, but at least those 2 are performing. Tom Brady, he actually did pretty amazing with what he got left because everybody on that team is injured or Mike Evans was suspended.
His O-line sucks.
Yeah,
his O-line's letting him get shattered like glass.
So even Fournette's not running very well, and so I'm surprised that Tom Brady did as well as he did. To be honest with you,
let's check this out. Out of our running game, our star player is what? We're talking about the Atlanta game. We're talking about Cordell Patterson. Oldest running back on this list. He's tearing it up. Well, Alvin Kamara, we do expect more out of him being out there in New Orleans. I'm more surprised Alvin Kamara's playing in the league after what happened earlier this year.
Well, no, I'm not surprised he's playing.
Well, the other thing is it was an off-season incident. Apparently,
he didn't get suspended.
Well, Zeke used to get in trouble all the time for off-season shit.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of players get in trouble for off-season. I don't know why. For some reason,
I don't know.
I mean, but whatever. And Jonathan Taylor, man, he had an okay game, but people were expecting big numbers from that guy, and I don't know
why he's projected so high on fantasy. I think
because he was killing it last year.
Because he was the only thing worth that team last year.
They got the same pieces except for Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's not that much of an improvement.
Who did they switch over? If Carson Wentz was there last year?
Yeah.
Who'd you have ref? Carson Wentz or Matt Ryan?
Both of them aren't very good.
Exactly. What? You want shiny turd 1 or shiny turd 2? Well, let's look at the receivers. We got Cooper Kupp. I love him, but just what's going on between him and Matt Stafford isn't enough like it was last year. They're averaging 40 points together, and now we're just not seeing that as much.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that handoff, Cooper Kupp wouldn't even had a touchdown.
I know, and then you got DK Metcalf. He's doing all right. That Seahawks team is figuring out the receivers with the quarterback. Yeah,
Jamar Chase, man, he got a touchdown and still scored less than 7 points.
Yeah, it's because he didn't get that many yards. That whole game, he's just spreading out Joe Burrow spreading out the passes. I don't know if he's just confused.
I just feel like all these receivers are going to get better. Tyreek Hill only getting 3.3 points.
Tyreek Hill only 33 yards.
Yeah, I like Moose's team. He just didn't have a good week this week.
That defense 8.5.
Yeah, I mean his defense stepped up.
Yeah, when your defense gets you good points, you should be happy about that. If you get more than 7 points from your defense, you should be happy.
Same with your kicker too. If you get like 7 points from your kicker, you should be happy as well.
Over 50 yards gets you points too.
Yep.
Let's look at that bench. Nothing to be missed on the bench too much. I mean,
no, not really.
Who's this guy in Jacksonville? I picked
James Robinson. James Robinson, he was awesome last year and the year before, but he got hurt towards the end of last year, and so people thought he was still going to be hurt. Even I. But no, guys, he's come back full strength.
He's looking good. He's doing consistent numbers.
Yep.
If anything, you're averaging about 15 a week with him between all 3 games. I picked him up on my waiver wire.
Oh, that's a good pickup then, because he might end up being like a full-time number one running back for that team.
You know what no one's talking about this year, giving enough credit to?
Who's that?
Jacoby Brissett. That dude got hurt last year. Got stuck on the Texans after leaving the Chargers. Got hurt again. He's a good backup. He's got 17.9 points.
Yeah, he's doing all right. And then Brissett, what's kind of messed up about him though is as soon as what's his name comes back,
Deshaun Watson,
straight to the bench.
I know. We've been saying this every year. The dude does not get credit or the chance to shine, but he's got the potential.
Yep, he'll get his chance. So let's go to the next matchup. We got Gone Postal versus the Swine Riders. Postal wins 106.4 to 84.6.
Man, it's weird when you see how these 4 quarterbacks that played actively, the best one was Trevor Lawrence. Between Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields. I'm not crazy about Justin Fields, but Trevor Lawrence 25.1. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I saw a weird stat. You know how on TV they like to throw out crazy stats. What the stat they threw out was comparing him to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was 0-9, I guess, for his first like weeks.
Oh yeah, his first couple of years are garbage.
And then his first game that he won was the same. It was against the Chargers, just like Trevor Lawrence, and the score was the same.
What?
so
this is like a weird prophecy.
Yeah, they're saying like, what, this guy's going to turn into Peyton Manning?
Y'all gotta stop putting prophecies out there for these players. It's weird when you expect so much to happen again.
Yeah, he's got a long career to go to get to Peyton Manning.
Especially in Jacksonville. Yeah. Doug Peterson, out of his tenure being there, is now officially, I think, the fifth highest winning coach for Jacksonville.
Wow.
He's been there for less than a year. Doesn't take much. Doug Peterson of all people.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much, dude.
Justin Fields looking horrible.
That's Chicago, man.
Man, it's like, but I expected him to step up, be a little better. Like Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence got a little better.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence got definitely a lot better.
Justin Fields doesn't look like he's gotten any better.
Well, Trevor Lawrence with your hell with his first year coach, remember?
Yeah.
And then, let's look at the running game. Christian McCaffrey, over 10. He's always overprojected every year.
You didn't hear about what happened to Christian McCaffrey?
Did he get hurt again?
Yep.
Shut up.
Out indefinitely.
What?
Hit someone with his hamstring.
What?
Yep. So you know what that means. He's done. So,
this is like the 5th year he's gotten hurt.
Yeah, he don't have the football body.
Dude, he's like glass. Even just freaking having a press conference, he'll get injured. Anyway, DeAndre Swift, not that great. Joe Mixon, not that great. I mean, they usually are better, but you know,
both of those guys. But Barkley
just one rough game.
But Barkley is maybe he's making his comeback finally.
No, let me tell you something that's weird about this. Every time it's Saquon Barkley and Ezekiel Elliott, they both have good weeks. Every other runner has a kind of a shit week. Because I never give Ezekiel Elliott or Saquon the benefit of the doubt. They've been talked about as these good runners for the last 5 years, but because of fantasy, they don't do shit for me. You're right. Justin Jefferson, 1.4, lowest scorer. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's a bad game for him.
Wide receivers just having a rough week this week.
A lot of them did. I mean, even Devontae Adams, he got that touchdown, but only scored 9.2 points. So
he's in hell in Las Vegas.
Yeah, receivers didn't do too much. Tight ends, both of their tight ends did about the same.
Kyle Pitts.
But look at that defensive scores. That's a huge defensive
the Panthers?
score.
Yeah, wow.
For us, 12.5 is a lot of
points. That's good.
Yep. And so that's what pretty much pushed him over the edge was his defense and that kicker too. 9 points from the kicker.
Both of these players from Atlanta are players that either have really good games or all right games. But this whole new Atlanta era, pick us on those pieces.
Yeah, they're scoring points.
They score points.
Marcus Mariota, he's tossing that ball around and he's running.
I remember last year you and me talked about Young Ho Koo a lot too.
Yeah, mainly I just like his name. His name sounds cool.
Yep. Let's look at that bench. Nothing to be missed too much on the bench. You know, average numbers. Daniel Jones. Oh
yeah. And he's gonna be hurting more because he got another receiver hurt. Shepard out for the season.
Oh yeah, torn ACL.
Oh man.
I had him on my bench. I didn't start him at all, so I was like, thank God. But the thing with Daniel Jones, he has the same curse as Kirk Cousins.
What's that?
Prime time, they can't shine.
For those, I didn't realize that.
Kirk Cousins is 1 in 8.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is like, he hasn't won a single primetime game yet. I think he's like on his 5th year or 4th year, dude. Check it out.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because I remember the last time, last year was the Black Cat game on the field?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was his curse.
He's just sprinting. He was gone.
No, dude. Don't ever, and I'm not saying it. I like Daniel Jones. He'll make you the points. Don't put him on primetime. Those curses are oddly real sometimes.
Maybe they can't handle the spotlight or something.
Man.
I don't know. Well, that's it for week three games. Season's still early, so we ain't gonna go over like the records and stuff just yet.
But let's talk about our MVP and the dog of the week. Our MVP who scored the most points, Lamar Jackson. We've been praising right now for this episode. That doesn't mean we'll always praise him.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson. He did tear it up this week. 5
touchdowns, 1 interception, over 200 yards. Ran the fucking ball. Yep. Targets his fucking favorite targets with the tight end Mark Andrews.
Yep. He just played really well. And
he's proving the haters wrong. Everybody likes to talk mess about him. Every year he shuts them up.
I don't like what he's doing though about playing on his last year of his contract because one injury. Mm-hmm. Well, that's just up to him, I guess.
Has he gotten injured in the last 4 years?
Oh yeah, he's gotten injured before, but not like career,
not season ending.
Yeah, he's just been out in game here, a couple games there.
And then our lowest scoring player, our dog of the week,
Justin Jefferson.
I don't know exactly what it's projected at, but having 1.4 for someone who's supposed to be a top 5 draft pick.
Supposed to be a top 5 wide receiver.
Exactly.
Maybe even top 3 wide receiver. Really.
I don't think any other receiver that we saw up here was scoring under 2 points. I think he's probably the worst one for active this week.
Yeah, that was just a bad game plan, and Jeff Goff totally forgot about Justin Jefferson, or the defense was just all over him. I don't know. I didn't watch that game, but 14 yards.
Wait, Goff?
Yeah, you mean Goff? George Goff. What's his name? Jeff Goff. Well, the stupid quarterback of
he's in Indiana.
No, the quarterback of Detroit.
Oh, I had Jared Goff.
Yeah. Oh, and it should be Kirk Cousins anyways. I was talking about the wrong quarterback. I was talking about the opposing team's quarterback. But yeah, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins actually has been playing pretty decent this year.
Kirk Cousins is he's gonna turn into like my new Drew Brees quarterback. He's a good backup to have. He'll be consistent in points.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't put him in primetime.
All right, real quick, let's talk about your team in the big money league. How'd you do this week?
Let's look at my team for football.
Yeah, Frank's got his own league going, and he's got his own team going. And I think you said you were 2-1.
2-1 this year. My first time doing fantasy baseball. 4 years. Not the best draft, but pretty all right draft. I had Kirk Cousins for 18 points, Najee Harris for 13 points. 1 pointer projected. Nick Chubb, my new favorite running back.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I like Cleveland. 17 points. Curtis Samuel, 13 points, going over projected. I got Higgins for Cincinnati.
Okay.
Did about 1 pointer projected with 14. Kelsey, 17, almost a whole point over. Deontay Johnson, you and me been talking about for years. He's just magic hands.
Yeah, he is. Told you.
16 points, 3 over projection. As much as I don't like Juju, 2 points over projected at 13.9.
Oh, okay.
And my kicker. And what was it? The kicker to the Buffalo Bills? Tyler Bass.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Because apparently the last guy was supposed to be the god of kicking, and then he...
I don't know.
No, we're not talking about that guy.
Oh, yeah, because the Bills didn't have a good game at all, so...
I had that Steelers defense because I believe in that too much. I'm an idiot. That's my soul for messing up.
Picking that homework team.
But I think I made the right moves keeping some people on the bench. I think I made the right moves for my bench looking good. Matt Stafford I put on the bench. I don't think he's going to be consistent. Tony Pollard and Devin Singletary. Was it David Singletary? Devin Singletary.
Okay.
I would have put them both in starting. They would have got me 35 points together for a run game. Either way.
Who would you start over? Who would you start?
Chubb and Harris.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're both great too. I have a great set of 4 running backs. Tony Pollard doesn't get credit, and David Singletary doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard on my bench, out for the year, drop his ass. DK Metcalf out on my bench, just because I don't know how to feel about Seattle.
Yeah.
AJ Green on the bench, 0 points.
Yeah, he didn't play.
Who else? Robert Woods. I picked him up because he's one of the main targets out there in Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing though.
Doesn't mean I like my Tannehill. Doesn't I like Tennessee. But I know he's a good, strong target out there because they don't got shit. And then what do we got?
Did you win this week?
Yeah. 3 points barely.
Oh, okay. But you did win.
Well, who else did I have on my team? Cole Kmet. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I picked him up. Tight end.
Yep.
From Chicago.
That's pretty good. Pretty good team, and came out with the win.
Yeah, next week I'm projected at 52% to win.
Oh, that's close then. It'd go either way.
Yeah, wait, first time doing it in years. I went a little edgy, a little crazy with my draft. I didn't go for obvious ones. When it came to my turn from 1 through 10, I didn't pick the 5th pick. I jumped forward and went and got the 8th pick just to throw people off.
What pick were you?
I think I skipped over Cooper Kupp at the 5th pick.
You had a 5th pick? Okay.
I skipped over Cooper Kupp, and who did I get first? I think I went straight for Najee Harris.
Well, yeah, that's probably good. You want to get a good running back.
Look, someone called me stupid for getting a tight end in the 3rd round. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Tight ends make a lot of points if you know which one. Mark Andrews has been freaking destroying the point boards the last 3 weeks.
I drafted Mark Andrews in the 3rd round.
Good job.
So I know what you mean.
Where everything's drafted tight end early is stupid. There's so many receivers out there. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to draft the tight end early, but there's a couple of tight ends that score just as much as receivers.
Or a quarterback.
Yeah, or more.
Shoot, it saves you on your ass for covering someone else's for fucking scoring under.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's it for fantasy football. You want to talk a little football? Did you see that catch?
Which one? The CeeDee Lamb catch?
No, I mean that was nice, but
the one from Pittsburgh, the one.
Yes.
What's that? George Pickett.
Not
George Pickett. Pickens. George Pickens.
Something like that. That rookie. Yeah.
He's from Georgia. One-hand catch. Almost as great as the OBJ one that everyone keeps talking about for 10 years.
Do you think it? Because some people say it was better than the OBJ one. What do you think?
I think so. He freaking
yeah, because he had
his body was more extended over. It's so much more arch. He might as well snapped his back.
The only thing that he had advantage over OBJ is OBJ did it on the sideline. He had the whole field.
Oh yeah,
it's like he didn't have to worry about the sideline. But besides that, yeah, I mean he had to contort his body because that pass was so underthrown behind him.
Let's just not talk about Mitch Trubisky.
The pass was so bad.
What's even worse is we're going to keep Mitch Trubisky for the rest of the season. Is probably the thought.
Why? Because that quarterback, the rookie's that bad?
No, because Tomlin's stubborn. He wants to prove what everyone can do with Mitch.
Oh my god!
15 straight seasons without going freaking under 500. He's going to try to do it with Mitch. That's stupid. Let the new kid play. I'm Mason. Fuck Mason Rudolph.
Yeah. Well. Besides that, I don't know if there was any other good catches. Trying to the CD Lamb one was pretty nice.
Those are two great catches. Yeah. Those are the two best ones I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk about bullshit in the league right now. Right. Raiders are 0-3. That's stupid.
Yup.
The Bengals don't even look that great. And
what's his name? Joe Burrow's the number one sack quarterback in the league again.
Oh yeah. Well, everyone's so excited because he beat the Jets. Wow.
He had to come back, and he still got sacked like 5, 6, 7 times in that game.
Because they went 0-2, right? They lost last week too.
Oh my god! Like the Bengals look so bad. It's almost hard to believe that they were in the Super Bowl last year.
That's why I was thinking the other day, I was like, who was the Super Bowl last year? Was the Rams and who else? Oh yeah, the Bengals. What the fuck?
Yeah, they need to get it together or something. I don't know what's going on with that.
Everyone's telling me, I was like, man, maybe the Steelers fans sucks with the whole freaking division being loaded. I mean, with fucking Deshaun Watson coming back someday.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to be Joe Burrow, this utter badass kid. And then it was over there in fucking Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And what do we got? Mitch Trubisky. Yeah. Bring out the new kid. Fuck Mitch.
Actually, since the Browns and the Bengals aren't playing that well, you guys could hang in there with those guys.
Man, it stinks.
But it's early. It's early in the season.
We'll see.
It's not like the 49ers. The 49ers got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a problem because they screwed up the quarterback situation. Then Trey Lance injured for the season. Now they have to go with Garoppolo. And Garoppolo, if I was Garoppolo, I'd be like,
I'd play my ass out just to sell my contract to someone else.
Or I'd be like, I'm just going to play. And what happens. I don't care. Because obviously the team don't care about me. They just try to get rid of me and stuff. Like, he could be this totally jaded.
Look, and I get it. The defense for y'all carried it. I mean, Nick Bosa literally only made one tackle the last game. Mm-hmm. The rest of the defense for y'all looks great. Yeah, that's what carried y'all to the playoffs last year.
And then that's going to carry us to any win this year. So I'm going to be our defense.
It's always your defense, especially when you got to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Hopefully, Garoppolo turns it around. And there's a few other quarterbacks that are playing very well either, like Tom Brady. You know,
he's fragile.
Tom Brady, maybe he might be finally hitting that age wall.
Man, once you say that, he fucking rejuvenates.
I feel like if somebody told him that, he'd get pissed off.
Of enough people in the world said it at once, it's like a wishing well. It's just like he just feeds off it.
Yep.
Anyway, we have 6 quarterbacks that jump different teams across the league, like major quarterbacks. We have what? Baker Mayfield over there, Carolina.
Oh yeah.
We have Deshaun not even playing it in Cleveland.
The Panthers, I think, are like 2-1 too, or something.
They have potential.
I still don't like Baker Mayfield. I
don't like Christian. I don't believe in the hype of Christian McCaffrey either, which he's out.
Yeah, he's out. No, I mean I believe in the hype that he is good, but he can't stay healthy, so it's almost useless.
Let's talk about the weirdest dog in the room. Let's talk about Tua and the Miami Dolphins looking great. Mm-hmm. Man, that defense looks good. He's actually able to throw the ball over 10 yards.
Yep.
Especially they beat the Bills, who put on the greatest game ever last year against freaking Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they beat the Bills because they couldn't score either. They were having a hard time scoring as well.
Well, did you see the butt punt? Yeah. Where literally the ball flew up to the dude's cheeks up to the sky.
Everybody started talking about Mark Sanchez when he ran into
the butt fumble.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's even better. I was like, we haven't heard about the butt. Well, we've been talking about the butt fumble for years, which is like I can't believe it's almost 10 years old.
Yeah, we did kind of stop talking about it, but it got brought back up.
It's a good joke. It's a classic football joke.
Yeah, I don't know if what else happened during the week this week.
Who did the Titans beat this week? Oh, they beat the Raiders, who are 0-3.
Raiders. Man, I don't know what's going on with them.
Derek Carr. Man,
Josh Jacobs ain't playing good at all.
Mm-mm. But the thing is, if Derek Carr didn't get hurt in 2016 when they didn't need to play him the last week, who knows what could have been?
Yep, because they were good. They were a totally different team last year.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get to that point. Maybe they're still learning. I don't know. They got pretty much the same team except for Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is screaming at the wall right now. Like he left Aaron Rodgers for this.
I don't know. He probably really didn't like Aaron Rodgers.
Probably. People say, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that.
I've heard a lot of players say that.
Aaron Rodgers is just a weird dude.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers, one of his rookies finally stepped up for him and caught some passes. Who was his name? Hobbs, I think his last name is.
Was it Lazard?
No, Lazard's not a rookie though. He's been on the team for a little while. He caught a touchdown too. But there was one of the rookies. They got two rookies, and one of them played really well. And you know how Aaron Rodgers has been kind of crapping on the rookies. Like they got to get it together.
Yeah, he's like such an old man with this. Yeah. And I used to love Aaron Rodgers skill wise, but he's kind of a douchebag.
Yeah, but he's still a good quarterback.
He'll still get you points.
Yep. So we'll see. And the Packers defense is playing really well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers are in it towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. They always fucking find a way to pull it out in that division. That division's not that strong.
For a minute there, I thought Minnesota was like, oh, this might be their year.
This might be Kirk Cousins' year if they win the division, maybe.
It's only week 3. I like that last game.
Look, it's weird to say Kirk Cousins might win that division this year, but it's also a real possible thing with everything he has.
Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of weapons. So, yeah, we'll see what he does.
We'll see. The other biggest flops of the year, Russell Wilson.
Oh, let's ride.
Let Russell cook.
You ever seen Russell Wilson do his commercials?
Yeah, I love it. Bronco Nation, let it ride.
Yeah. He got sacked so many times. He looks bad. He looks old.
He looks fucking beat up.
Yeah, he looks like, what happened? I don't understand. He didn't look that bad last year with the Seahawks.
Yeah, but they haven't looked that great in a while either.
I don't know, man. He looks like he don't have it. What he used to have.
You know what's more fucked up is like I was more worried about the Seahawks and their relationship. I thought they were gonna be more dicked over getting Geno Smith, and it looked decent.
Yep.
They look like they just picked up where they left off.
They're using Geno Smith real smart. And so, yeah, it's working out for them. It's making the coach look better because people were shitting on that coach.
Wasn't Pete Carroll like talking shit about like fucking Russell Wilson the other day? It says like he can't throw in the left side of the field that well.
Did he?
He was airing out Dirty Elijah like he can't throw down the left side of the field that well.
That's messed up.
Hey, dude, we've known it for probably years. There's probably tape. We just don't notice it. He just probably, hey, look at that. Look at all that tape in the left field we're not using because it's not there.
All right, man. I think that's it.
There's nothing too much crazy to talk about.
Yep.
Unless you're a Cowboys fan, but it's not really that much to talk about.
No, and I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Let's say this. I'm telling everyone what Dak did to Tony Romo, that new kid might do to him.
Cooper Rush has been in the league, though, for a little while.
Yeah?
It'd be surprising if he took Dak's spot.
It'd be doing better than Dak.
Well,
I don't like either of them. I don't like that whole organization.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, man. I think that's it.
And that's it. We'll see what happens next week.
Yep.
This Thursday, was it Miami and the Bengals?
Oh, is that what's playing this Thursday?
On Prime Video.
Oh, yeah.
Lame.
It's all right, I guess.
All right. Next week. See you.